Greetings, I'm Rob Chapman from Land of Chappers.
And I am Captain McCaptain from McCaptain Land.
And yet again, we bring you goodness from afar.
We do, Japan to be precise, with another instalment of our cracking videos on the Fender pawn shop series. That's pawn as in places where you might
endless
buy and sell second-hand goods,
awesome amount
as opposed to naughty videos.
This is a very, very flexible guitar, and as far as...
What is it?
Well, it's a guitar, and it's a pawn shop Mustang special car.
Candy apple red.
Candy apple red! 24-inch scale.
Yeah, I think that's kind of our focus on this guitar at the moment. We're going to take you through some of the switching and stuff, but the first thing that you'll notice about Mustang is a little bit like the Fender Jaguar. It is a 24-inch scale. That's a lot shorter. That's 1.5 inches shorter than typically you'd get on a Strat or a Telecaster.
It's like a buxom brunette, soft and flexible.
And there's two things you can do with that. Chappers and I were just talking before camera. Chappers was saying, well, you tell him, what would you do if you had a short scale guitar?
If I had one of these, I would whack 11s on it and drop it down to drop C. And because you can do all sorts of awesomeness with electronics that makes that cool as well. But you get the softness and you get all that extra material giving you all that tony goodness. So you can basically drop it and it feels nice and soft.
Yeah.
With thick strings, maybe even 12s. Pablo, would you weigh in? Could you put 12s on this and tune it down to drop C?
You probably could. You might need to adjust the nut, but apart from that, yeah.
You probably could. You might have to adjust the nut. I'm just translating you from tech language to English.
And what he really means is there, because the strings are so much thicker, you might have to refile slightly larger grooves.
Yeah.
Personally, what I like about the short scale guitars is I leave them with a 9-gauge string on them, and I love the fact that the sound goes more twangy than a 25.5-inch scale. So I know this is a crappy analogy, but it's almost like rubber bandy kind of sounding strings.
Hoopy, it sounds hoopy.
Hoopy.
That's the term that Paul Reed Smith invented, hoopy.
Oh really?
Yes.
So we've actually left this with the standard 9-gauge strings on them. So you're going to hear basically exactly what it will sound like out the box.
And because we're extra awesome today, we've also got 2 amplifiers.
Yeah.
We've got the awesome Fender Hot Rod Deluxe.
Yep, the Mark III version.
And
a Blackstar HT60.
And it's a marriage made in our all heaven. And we've also got a Corona TC Electronics stereo chorus.
Yep.
And
a Blackstar, a Digitech hardwire delay, stereo delay.
So we've got all sorts of things panning left and right,
Yeah.
and Stick from Maplewood is going to do some audio wizardry for us.
The whole point of the Pawn Shop series is to, Fender call it, these are creating guitars that were never actually made as part of an official production run by Fender, but typically might have been the sort of thing that a crazy kind of guy might have put together in the 60s or 70s by buying a body off of one guitar or a neck off another guitar or something like that and putting it all together. So that's the idea with the Pawn Shop series. On this particular one, what we've got is a kind of a Mustang-ish body.
Sally!
It's not exactly the same as a Mustang. Can you just, what's the next line of the song? I was going to say. Like
Guess you better slow Mustang down.
That's it.
Oh, thank God for that. I had to finish the yeah,
advice.
It's good advice.
So, short scale neck. So the pickups are a little different to what you would have got, and the configuration different to what it would have been on a proper Mustang.
They're basically everything, aren't they? They're single coils or humbuckers.
Yep. They're these Fender, what they call sort of wide open or like wide expression humbuckers. Each, as well as a 3-way toggle, like a regular Les Paul style switching. Each pickup has a sliding selector, so you can have the forward-facing single coil, the rear-facing single coil, or the humbucker.
So if you go that way, you can bow selector.
Yeah. And if you go the other way, you can... Craig David in the house! Anyway.
Making moves, yo, on the dance floor. 3.1. We're on the cost say face selector. And in the middle, it's just the goodness of a humbucker.
So, fixed tail bridge, so strung through the body, volume and tone control.
Sorry, do the volume and tone again.
Volume and tone control here, and a couple of different colours. Again, go to the Andertons website.
And there's like a little lost screw right in the middle here.
It's not lost, you've just
found it. It's like a little
it.
lost screw that's wandered away from the outside of the thing. Just, I'll live here. I'll live here now.
Rosewood board. The sort of C-shaped profile again, so all lacquered up, so it's nice and vintage. You've got the vintage style machine heads.
This one is T002738. If you now own this guitar, please add a video of your playing it in the comments section below to win my respect.
I've always been a sucker for the Mustang. I love guitars that are a little bit quirky. Love the short scale kind of vibe on it. So, what does it smell like? Can you smell the apples?
Actually doesn't have a scent.
You've got 18 different tonal variations on here, so I'm just going to go to sleep while Chappers takes you through the 18.
Okay, so we'll kick off with... That's how we met. We'll kick off with this humbucker back here, and we'll stick it in a single chord mode so you can hear it, and I'm just going to play this awesome C chord. It's bright. If I humbucker it up, it's going to get fatter, like a fed-up pie. That's a pleasing amount of pie. But I can also put it forward, and it's a different position of the single coil.
A bit warmer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit warmer. So, back, single coil. Forward, single coil. I'm going to tune my guitar now. And if we move along to the neck humbucker, we'll do the same thing. Here it is in the treble position, I suppose you might call it. Here it is in single coil mode forward, bow selector. And here it is, fed some pie, humbuckered. That's got some growl to it.
Yeah.
That's really nice. But of course you could blend the two in whatever way you want.
We get the two outside coils.
Okay, outside coils.
The tonal setting that you can never do on a Strat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Neck pickup and bridge pickup at the
You
same
just couldn't
time.
do that. We should put these amazing pedals on. We should go Corona, and we should go Hardwire.
Yeah, that's the Corona from TC and the Hardwire delay from Digitech.
And then you're gonna just get this. Ah. Now the gain. No, you're wrong.
Awesome.
So because you've got this super short scale length, you can do all kinds of awesome bendages and be a bit Gilberto. Not Pablo Gilberto, but the other Gilberto. That is the closest sound to any artist I think I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And that's not even really what he used. He didn't use a black star, did he? Or
no, they weren't even around when he was around.
They weren't even around, unless he is around in the sky like Elvis.
Do the Brian May thing, because that was nailed on as well.
Okay. Ali, before we go, tell me, how much does this awesome guitar cost?
The pawn shop Mustang, which has said if you want to see it in different colours and stuff, go to my www.hereonmytshirt.com. These are about £630 with a deluxe gig bag as well, so very nice, Japanese made.
It's worth saying also that if you buy a guitar from Andertons, they have an amazing team of techs who do superb work. And I'm talking, of course, about the amazing Gav and the amazing Pablo. And if you buy a guitar, you want to set up a certain way, you can always ask them to. So if you buy one of these and you want it set up with 12s and drop down to C, just tell them. Best sound we've ever had?
In terms of backline,
best sound
right
we've ever
up
had.
There. The Slash and the Yngwie Day was pretty cool as well. But I'm really, I must admit.
Tell you what, I think my gut feeling is, you know that the Slash Les Paul we first demoed.
Yeah.
I think if we had that with this setup, that would probably be the best sound in the entire world, and the universe might divide by 0 and explode.
Should we do it tomorrow then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.